Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Erin. For today's yoga practice, besides your mat, all you'll need is, if you do have knee sensitivity, please grab a cushion or blanket will work as well. To get started, I'm going to be in a kneeling position. If that is uncomfortable for you, you can be with your legs out or have a cross-legged position. To settle in, we'll close our eyes or just soften your gaze if that's more comfortable for you. You're welcome to bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your stomach. We're going to tune into our breath for a few moments here, breathing in and out through our nose. Just giving us the space to settle into our practice. We'll take a couple more breaths. And slowly blink your eyes open if you'd had them closed. On your next inhale, let's bring our arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, dropping your left arm down and then reaching with your right arm over to your left side, making sure as you do this that you're not coming up, lifting your hip up and coming up all the way. Really, the stretch comes from your torso. Inhale, coming back through center, and then exhale, going the opposite direction. So reaching over with your left hand, coming over to your right side. Inhale brings us up through center. We'll do it one more time each way. Reaching over to the left side this time. Inhale back through center. Exhale all the way over to your right side. Inhale, coming up through center, this time rotating all the way over to our left. Bringing our left hand behind us, right hand to your left knee. On your next exhale, slowly unwind, coming back through center. And then we'll go to the other side. So inhale, bring your arms up, and then exhale, rotate all the way to your right side, left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you for support. On your next exhale, slowly unwind, coming back through center. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, we'll cactus through our arms, opening up through our chest and shoulders here, keeping your arms in line with your shoulders. Inhale, bring your arms forward, bringing them together, and then exhale, opening up back to your cactus arms. Do it one more time. Inhale, bring your arms forward. Exhale, open up through your cactus. And then exhale, bring your hands down. I'm going to turn. Bring your big toes together. If you weren't already in a kneeling position, come to your kneeling position. Bringing your hips towards your heels. Coming to child's pose now. Two options here. You can have your legs out wide, or you can bring your legs together. Also, if it is uncomfortable for you to be in a kneeling position and you need a little extra support, you can bring a blanket behind you, and sometimes that alleviates any tension that you're having. So whichever option you're choosing, walk your hands forward as you bring your torso down. Slowly rest your forehead onto your mat. Your arms can be out in front of you, or if it's more comfortable, you can bring your arms back behind you, resting your hands by your feet. Go with whatever option is feeling good for you today. Coming to your breath here. We'll take a couple rounds of breath next inhale, slowly lift your head up, and then slowly come up. Maybe you grab your cushion here because we will be on our knees. Coming to our tabletop position, making sure you have your knees in line with your hips. Your toes can be tucked or untucked, whichever one's more comfortable. Making sure you have your shoulders over your wrist. Coming to a couple cat-cows here. So for our cow, we tip our tailbone up, we drop our belly down, chest and head come forward. As you inhale, coming through to our exhale, drop your head down, rounding through your spine, belly button comes in and up, tucking your tailbone, coming through, inhaling as we come back to our cow, tipping your tailbone up, dropping your belly down, and head and chest come forward. We'll come one more time, coming through to our cat. As you exhale, dropping your head down, rounding through your spine, belly button comes in, tuck your tailbone, and then coming to your neutral tabletop position. Now we'll do some stretches for our legs here. We're going to extend our left leg back behind us, tucking your toes. As you exhale, push back, feeling a stretch along the back side of your leg. Then on your next inhale, coming forward, and then lifting your back leg up, crossing over your right leg, bringing your foot to the outside of your mat. And then if it feels good for you, you can also turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Little stretch for our hip and side of our torso. Next inhale, bring your foot back. And then we're going to extend our left foot out to the side. So keeping our foot in line with our hip, having our toes pointed in the same direction as your fingertips. Make sure your foot is flat. And then as you exhale, push back. This time feeling a stretch along the inside seam of your left leg. Inhale, come forward. Bring your leg back in line, coming back to our tabletop position. And then we will do the other side. So coming to your right leg this time, extending it straight back behind you, tucking your toes. And then as you exhale, pushing back, feeling that nice stretch along the back side of your leg. Inhale, come forward. Lift up your right leg and then crossing it over your left leg, coming to our little side stretch for our hip and torso. Option to look over your left shoulder, touch your foot. And then on your next exhale, slowly bring your leg back, coming back to your tabletop. And then extending your leg out to the side. Make sure your toes are pointed same direction as your fingertips. Get your foot flat. Next exhale, push your hips back. Feeling the stretch along the inside seam of your right leg. Inhale brings us forward, and then coming back to our tabletop position. I'm going to do some leg circles here. So I'll demonstrate it first just to show you what I am having you do. We're going to start with our right leg. So we're going to lift our right leg behind us, bring it out to the side, and then bring it back down, doing little hip circles, if you will. We'll do it 2 times, and then we'll change direction. So lift, keeping your knee bent, back behind you, bring it out to the side, and then slowly bring it around. Do it one more time. Inhale as you lift it up. Exhale as you come forward and then back and down. Then we'll reverse that. So we'll bring it out to the side, behind us, and then back to your neutral position. One more time. Out to the side, come back behind you, and then slowly bring it back to your tabletop. Then we'll do it the other side. So lifting your knee up. Exhale as you bring it out to the side, coming back around. Do it one more time. Lift up, out to the side, back around, and then we'll go in the opposite direction. So bring your knee out, up, and down. One more time. Out, up, and down. Coming to puppy pose, keeping your legs where they are, and then walking your hands forward, coming down onto your forearms, and then resting your forehead down, keeping your shoulders away from your ears as much as you can. Taking a couple breaths here. Then on your next inhale, slowly lift your head up, coming forward, and then extending your legs out behind you, pointing your toes, bringing your forehead and your chest all the way down onto your mat, setting up for cobra pose. So bringing your fingertips right underneath your shoulders, elbows come in, your tailbone is tucked down towards your heels, and then press firmly into the tops of your feet. On your next inhale, slowly lift your head and your chest up, just coming to a baby cobra here. Taking a breath here, and then as you exhale, lowering back down, tucking your toes, pushing your hips up and back, coming to downward facing dog. In our downward facing dog, we want to make sure we have our fingers spread out wide and our arms about shoulder width apart. Spin the creases of your elbows out. Let your head hang, and then have a slight bend in your knees to start out with. Maybe make it a little bit of a deeper bend to accommodate any straining you have on the backs of your legs. You're welcome to pedal out your feet a little bit here, bending one knee a lot and then straightening the other one a little bit. On your next exhale, we're going to slowly come down, bending your knees, coming back to child's pose. Hips comes towards your heels, arms out in front of you, bringing your head all the way down. Taking a breath here. And on your next inhale, lift up your head, come forward, coming to supported plank. And then on your next exhale, lower all the way down, coming back to your cobra pose. So setting up for cobra, elbows in towards your body, fingertips under your shoulders, your toes are pointed, and legs are extended back behind you. On your next inhale, lift your head and chest, maybe come up just a little bit higher. Exhale, release, tuck your toes, push yourself back to your downward facing dog. Again, any tension along the back side of your legs, just bend your knees to accommodate that. Be careful of what's behind you. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, take your time, bring it through between your hands, and then slowly bring your back leg down. Coming to our low lunge, make sure you get your right foot flat, your knee tucked over your ankle. Then using your leg for support, come all the way up to an upright position. From here, we'll push our hips forward just slightly. You can keep your hands on your leg for support, or maybe you bring one arm up overhead. And then if you're feeling good, maybe bring both arms up with you. We're going to drop our right hand down, or you can leave it on your leg for support. We're going to come to a little extension here through our side body. So reaching over as you exhale, reaching over with your left arm to the right side, feeling a nice little stretch along the left side of our torso and our left hip. Inhale, come back through center. Bring your hands down. Slowly bring your right leg back behind you, coming back through to your downward facing dog. Then bending both knees, coming down to your child's pose, hips come towards your heels. Inhale, come forward, supported plank. Lower all the way down, coming to cobra pose. Inhale, lift up, maybe come up just a little bit higher. Exhale, come down, tuck your toes, push yourself up, downward facing dog. Next side. On your next inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale as you bring it through. Take your time. Getting our right knee down, left foot is in front. Make sure you get it flat, knee tracked over your ankle, using your leg for support. Come on up. And then again, maybe you bring one arm up overhead as you use your other arm for support, or maybe you bring both arms up. Whichever one is working for you today. Dropping our left hand down. As you exhale, reaching all the way over to the left side, feeling that nice stretch along the right side of your torso, maybe even all the way down into your right thigh. On your next inhale, coming up through center, bringing your hands down, swinging your left leg back behind you, coming back to your downward facing dog. Bending your knees, coming through to your child's pose, hips towards your heels. Next inhale, lift your head, come forward into supported plank or full plank. Exhale, lower all the way down, coming up into your cobra, or maybe you lift your thighs off the floor, coming to your upward facing dog. Exhale, coming to downward facing dog. Next inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, bring it through. Again, taking your time, coming all the way up. Option here to lift your back leg, coming to a high lunge, or you're welcome to stay in the low lunge if that feels better for you. Arms can be up overhead, or maybe you have one hand resting on your leg for support. Exhale, hands down. From here, you can bring your knee down if you want to, or leave your knee up. Grounding through your left hand and opening up to your right, coming to a rotation. Right hand comes up overhead. Exhale, hands down, step back, coming back to your downward facing dog. Knees down, hips towards your heels, child's pose. Inhale, come forward, plank, whichever version you're choosing. Exhale, lower down, cobra or up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Left leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through, taking your time, either coming to your low lunge or lifting your back knee, coming to high lunge. Exhale, hands down, grounding through your right hand and extending through your left hand, rotating towards your left side. Exhale, coming back to your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, hips toward your heels, coming all the way down to child's pose. Breathing fully and deeply here. On your next inhale, slowly lift your head up, not all the way, and then slowly turn towards your right, looking under your right shoulder, and then slowly turn your head towards your left, looking under your left shoulder, and then walking your hands all the way over to your left side. Feeling a nice stretch along the right side of your torso, and then slowly walking your hands all the way over to your right side, feeling a nice stretch along the left side of your torso. Coming back through center, resting your forehead for a moment. Next inhale, walk your hands all the way back up. And then we'll come on to our backs. Coming all the way down onto your backs, setting up for bridge pose. Making sure your feet are on your mat. Your knees are bent, so looks like you have an 11 in front of you. Make sure you can brush the heels of your feet with your fingertips. Bring your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Then using your hands for support, either bending at your elbows or keeping your hands flat on the mat. Next inhale, we're going to push our hips up. So grounding through your feet. Push up through your hips. Squeezing your glutes. Then on your next exhale, slowly lower back down. We're going to do that one more time. On your next inhale, lift your hips straight up, squeezing through your glutes, focusing on your breathing. And then on your next exhale, slowly release, bringing them back down. And coming to recline pigeon, bringing your right ankle to your left knee, flexing through your foot, and then flaring out your right knee. Maybe you stay here, maybe you're already feeling sensations by just doing this. If you want to take it further, grab hold of your left thigh, and then slowly bring your legs towards your chest, keeping your low back on your mat as you do this. Focusing on your breath here. And then turning this into a twist, release your hands from your legs, and then let your legs fall all the way over to your left side. Maybe you bring your arms out to a T. next inhale, slowly bring your legs back through center. Unwind your legs. Pause. And then we'll do the other side. So bringing our left ankle to our right knee, flaring out our left knee wide. Again, maybe you just stay here. If you want to take it further, grabbing hold of your right thigh and then bringing your legs towards your chest, making sure you keep your low back on your mat. And then release your hands from your legs and slowly let your legs drop all the way over to your right side. Bringing your arms out to a T. And then on your next inhale, slowly bring your legs back through center and then unwind your legs. And maybe bring your legs into your chest. Give your legs a little hug. And then whichever way is more comfortable for you, make your way up to a seated position with your legs extended out in front of you, sitting up on your sit bones and making sure you're lengthening through your spine as you're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to bring our legs out wide. Coming to one more final stretch for our side body here. Again, making sure we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to come to our left sides first, so slowly bringing our left leg towards our left foot, just going as far as you can, and then opening up, so turning up and facing towards the ceiling. As you do that, your right hand can either rest on your leg. I like to bring it behind my back, and then letting my shoulder rest behind me. And then on your next inhale, I'm going to slowly come back, coming out of that. And then coming to do it on the other side. So sitting up nice and tall again, right hand slowly goes down your right leg. You're going to spin and open up your chest to look up, turning your head. And then left hand can come behind you, or if it feels better for you, you can rest it on your left leg. And on your next inhale, slowly come back through center. Bring your legs together. Keeping your toes flexed, slowly point up towards the ceiling. Sitting on your sit bones. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, come up halfway. And then as you exhale, slowly come back down into your forward fold. And maybe you go for an ankle grab, or maybe you can grab hold of your feet. On your next inhale, using your hands, walk yourself back to an upright position, and then we're going to come all the way onto our backs to finish out our practice. So coming all the way down onto your backs, And extending your legs out, making sure your shoulders are down and away from your ears, and spinning the palms of your hands so they are facing up. You can close your eyes or just soften your gaze. I'm going to go quiet for the next few moments for you to allow you to rest. Just know I will still be here and I'll come and get you when the time is ready. If you notice I am sitting up, please continue to stay down in your supine position, laying down on your back to finish out your practice. Start taking a deeper breath in, making little movements with your fingers and your toes. And then taking your time, making your movements a little bit bigger. Maybe take an overhead stretch, or maybe bring your knees in towards your chest. And then slowly turning it all the way over to your right side, using your hands for support, and then making your way up to a cross-legged position. We'll end out our practice today, bringing our hands together in the center of our chest, taking a moment to be thankful for what you did today, what you did for yourself, for your body, for your mind. As always, thank you for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.